Welcome to The Quiet Room, brought to you by the creator of Truth Well Told Tarot. Your space for relaxing music, meditation and sleep enhancement. Join me on my new channel. I'll leave all the details below. The Quiet Room. Hello Scorpio and welcome to Truth Well Told Tarot. This is Andrea and I'm here to do your next 3 months tarot reading for April to June 2024 for the sign of Scorpio, Sun, Moon, Rising and Venus. So I hope you're well. As always, the reading won't be for everyone. Take what resonates for you. So welcome Scorpio. What I've done is I've taken your yearly 2024 tarot reading, which I will link below, and I've pulled out the relevant cards. So we have the Eight of Swords in April, we have the High Priestess in May, and in June we have the Six of Swords. I'm going to pull some additional cards by month, look at any overarching messages as well as any individual ones, because a lot can happen in 1 month, let alone 3 in different areas of our life. So what do we have for our lovely Scorpios? Thank you, Angel Spirits Guides, for the next 3 months, April to June 2024. Oh, Six of Pentacles, it's come out reversed. Interesting. I don't normally deal with reversals, but I will do. We have the Five of Cups. And we have the Ace of Wands. Let's see what we have in May time for you. What do we have for Scorpio? Message for Scorpio. Thank you, Angel Spirits Guides. We have the Ace of Cups, Temperance, and we have the Seven of Wands. Let's see what we have for you. Okay, Six of Swords with the Empress, Ten of Wands, and we have the Two of Cups. Okay, Scorpio. There is a kind of energy here, Scorpio, in April. I want to talk about love, romance, relationships first. Could be wider relationships. For the majority of you, this might be a romantic relationship, because the Five of Cups can be somebody who is regretting their actions, you know, mourning what's happened between you, mourning, this can be, I regret what's happened, I regret not looking at this sooner, I regret not dealing with this. I mean, it can be to do with actions, the experience that you've gone through with this person. But all is generally not lost in this situation. There is still, you know, 2 cups full, even though 3 cups are on the floor and they're spilt. There are still 2 cups. There's still hope. You know, there's still the potential of something to move towards. So this is the energy here, Scorpio. I feel, and I feel in the last week I've even had that kind of energy for you. From your, I think it was your weekly reading, where you were kind of wondering whether, I don't know if I should go down this avenue again with this person. I feel that there is likely a new beginning where somebody's wanting to get the spark back, the chemistry back, starting a brand new, exciting new beginning, wanting to kind of like rectify maybe an experience that you've had with them. Now, the experience that you've likely had is that it's always been very one-sided. It's always been about them or what they wanted to do, and it likely is that your needs didn't feel met in a relationship. Now, this can be one-sided in terms of money. Maybe they held the purse strings, they weren't giving, they weren't sharing, they like to, you know, invest in things that they like to have, and maybe you didn't feel in money terms that you were getting a fair a fair share for your needs, or, your needs being met, or your wants. It can also be in terms of a fair give and take in terms of relationship itself. And that was always one-sided. You might have been giving and giving and giving and not getting that back in return. There's an element of regret. I think something is coming to a head here. I think that there is the potential of a new beginning. However that manifests for you, I mean, we have two aces in your reading, the Ace of Cups with the Ace of Wands. So it can be about spark, chemistry, passion, or moving through through a new door where you feel in your heart and soul you need to move through. This can be that kind of energy here. I think that you're going to be feeling a bit stuck with the Eight of Swords energy. This can be, I don't know what to do. I'm not sure I want to go down this path again. I'm not sure there's any way forward for us even. I mean, this could be what you're feeling because might likely of the experience that you've been through. But there is a new path available to you. And sometimes with the Eight of Swords, where we have that knowledge, we have that understanding of a situation, we likely know what we want to do. Sometimes it's just about facing it and taking off that blindfold as well. The High Priestess and the Ace of Cups is trusting your instinct in terms of where emotional rebirth lies for you. Is it a brand new direction, or is there an opportunity here to start new or renewed love? I feel that this is likely healing, because I get the sense here, Scorpio, that intuitively you're deciding what the right thing to do is. Do I heal with this person? Can we find a way back from this? Can we find a way to reconcile our differences and really bring things back into balance in some way, having gone through some kind of imbalance? I mean, the Temperance is very balancing, and it's interesting. It's coming after a period of imbalance, one-sidedness, even kind of selfishness. This is the energy that you've been dealing with, I think. The Seven of Wands is when we stand our ground. It can't be like it's been before. If this is where you're standing your ground, you're dealing and facing an issue. So whatever has led to this point, even though someone is saying, I regret what happened between us, you're absolutely standing your ground and absolutely not backing down on the issue or the problem that you're seeing here. And this is, I'm going to face it, deal with it and overcome it. Either to bring things back into balance for you and move in a brand new direction as you intuitively feel you should, or it could well be to reconcile with an individual, but it can't be the same as it has been before. This is the energy. It has to be a fair balance, a fair give and take. This is what I'm seeing here for you. By June, the Six of Swords is healing. This can be healing with the other person. Again, the Two of Cups can be friendship, can be an important connection with you. Can also be business as well. I mean, this could be about a business partnership. It's two like-minded souls, individuals. But it can also be to do with love, romance, relationships. I mean, there's a powerful connection. The Two of Cups can also indicate the potential of reconciliation or the desire for it. So this is a powerful healing energy, finding a way to move forward. It doesn't necessarily mean that it's all kind of like done and dusted. I think that this is going to take time. And it's a process, and it's almost kind of like you're considering seeing if you can truly let go of the burden of what led you to this point, to the point where you were thinking, I don't know if I want to go down this road anymore. I don't know if I want to go any further with this person in the relationship. It's almost kind of like healing is available, and it's about letting go of the experience and starting on a new path where you feel honoured and respected and valued and appreciated. This is the birth of something new with the Empress. Can also be linked with a mother or mother figure. But this is the energy here that you're experiencing. It's either whether you detach from a situation and move on from it, or you embrace healing with the other person. And intuitively, you just know what you need to do. Intuitively, you know also where your heart is leading you. And remember, when we deal with these kind of energies, the reason why you're stuck, because the Eight of Swords is mental energy. And mental energy is not good in terms of reasoning out matters of the heart in particular. It's always easier when you think about it for the heart to lead the head than it is for the head to lead the heart. The head can't lead the heart. So this is the energy here. We can always advise heart areas in terms of sensible options and sensible advice, but ultimately we go with what we feel a lot of the time. So this is the energy here, Scorpio. I think that you're kind of like feeling through this situation here and being in your truth, fully standing your ground and saying it can't be like it's been before. If we give this a chance, and it feels like it will be a final chance, it can't be like it was before. We have to let go. We have to find a way to let go of this burden, because I can't do this anymore. I can't carry the weight, the burden anymore. I can't, there's no room for error. This is the energy here. I also feel that there is an energy here of somebody has got a lot of ground to make up. And I think that there's a willingness to do that, but it's all about honor, respect, value and appreciation, and being treated as the Empress, who doesn't feel lack. The Empress likes to feel abundance. Abundance can be very good in money terms, but it can also be when we don't feel lack in the relationships that we're in our environment, in ourself. This is what I deserve and nothing less than that. There is a potential here. I mean, we had the Six of Pentacles reversed. The Six, however, is kind of like coming back onto an even keel with the Six of Swords. So it's almost kind of like there's the potential to find a way forward here that you're both happy with, potentially in terms of healing. But it's almost kind of like it can't be the same as it was before. It has to be different. And that's the energy that I'm seeing. I feel that you'll be having those conversations here. I mean, the good thing is that I do feel that you find a clear direction here, Scorpio. Come June time, I think that there is a powerful intuitive energy in terms of May time. I think that there are conversations to be had. I think that you're absolutely standing your ground and not being persuaded otherwise. This is standing by, what you believe is right and true, and not backing down, standing for what you believe in. It's almost like you're setting at your own terms. But this is the energy here where you're just finding that way forward that's right for you. Whether you're detaching from this and moving on and letting it all go and embracing the new for yourself, or whether you're actually reconciling with a person. I love the energy, the endings and beginnings in this reading as well. Again, the 10 represents the letting go of old baggage, letting go of burdens, letting go of the heavy energy that you might have been carrying over a period of time, with the potential of the new opening up for you in some way here. So very positive on that front. Yeah, Scorpio, there is a feeling here as well. In money terms, it kind of takes on a narrative in April time where you might feel that you're putting all the work and effort into something and not getting that back. And there is that feeling here, Scorpio, of not sure whether, and feeling stuck. You could be feeling a bit pigeonholed. You could be feeling a little bit, yes, that sense of stuck, even stuck in terms of advancement. There can be an element of negative thinking, feeling trapped in your circumstances. Sometimes not, if you're waiting for something to come in for you, it's almost kind of like you don't know if it's going to appear. But I think that there is an element here of you're putting all the work and effort into your work and not getting the pay for it, not getting the reciprocal energy back in terms of money and value and recognition, which is what you feel that you deserve. Now, the Five of Cups can actually be to do with sometimes we regret, sometimes we kind of like say, sometimes we say, I should have taken, something, when that opportunity arrived 3-4 months ago, I should have gone then. Sometimes we have regrets, whatever that would be. But it can also be, I'm sad to leave this place, or I'm sad that this isn't working out. There's a recognition that something isn't working out, and it's time to likely move on from what was to what will be. Because all is not lost in this situation. There are things to move forward to, but sometimes we have to recognize what's not working for us. And this is what I'm seeing here. Hey Scorpio, so sorry, the memory card ran out. We were at the Ace of Wands, weren't we? So the Ace of Wands can be linked to an exciting new path. And we have another Ace in May as well. So these two could actually be connected. The Ace of Cups can be linked with new joy, emotional rebirth, a new path unfolding for you that feels uplifting and positive. So the Ace of Wands can be very exciting, very much connected to our heart and soul as well. This can be here, Scorpio, where there could be some kind of new opportunity, new pathway, new door opening for you. It might well be here that you're deciding whether you want to take it or not because you're not happy with your current circumstances in terms of not being paid or valued or appreciated in the way that you need for what you put into this, This can be that kind of scenario here where you might be in the kind of like, again, the Eight of Swords. I don't know what to do. I don't know whether to stay where I am, even though I'm not particularly happy, or do I go for this new opportunity? But, it's new and it's the unknown. This can be that kind of scenario here. With the Ace of Cups as well, Ace of Cups, again, that can represent, a new beginning. Very intuitive energy as well, trusting your instinct. And again, powerful intuitive energy with the High Priestess here to really decide from within and instinctively in terms of how you need to move forward. Because Temperance can actually be when you're figuring out what the right thing to do is for you. It can be very positive in terms of finding the right kind of blend of ingredients, even getting that sense of fair balance back in your life by moving through to a new beginning. Because again, where there's that sense of imbalance here, there's a new path that's opening up for you that brings that sense of fairer balance, of give and take. And sometimes at a Seven of Wands, it can be when we haven't done anything about it, or we've been stuck in our own head in terms of, do I move through a new door? Do I go for a new job? Do I leave one job, leave this company and go for it? Or do I stay where I am? This can be sometimes the kind of rationalizing thoughts that go on in our mind. But then it's kind of like deciding, am I happy here? Or does this new exciting beginning opportunity really present to me a real new potential and promise? And sometimes we have to kind of like stand our ground and face and deal with an issue and in order to overcome it. Because sometimes with the Seven of Wands, we let things, leading up to the Seven of Wands, we can sometimes say, oh, well, let's just move on from the issue and it's fine. And you stay where we stay where we are. This time it's more like, okay, I'm going to face this, deal with it and overcome it in terms of what in truth I feel is right for me. Very positive with the Six of Swords and the Empress, because the Six of Swords can actually be linked with detaching from one place and moving towards another. It can actually be linked with moving or relocating, home, property. It can also be about moving from one job to another. It's a transitional energy. But you're feeling like the worst, you're feeling like you're putting any difficulty or challenge or letdowns or one-sidedness behind you, and you're rebalancing the boat. So there is that feeling here of equilibrium returning in terms of the direction that you're moving in. I just feel there's all this kind of like thread of balance throughout this reading here. And it's a balance in terms of give and take. The energy and effort that you put into your work scenario, for example, you expect the reciprocity coming back to you in terms of money, value, appreciation, recognition. The Empress represents the birth of something new, very good in terms of new abundance. And I think that this is about going for it. This is about heading towards the new. Because I think that you're rationalizing through this whole process and realizing that it's time to let go of an experience where you've been doing all the work and likely not getting the recognition for it. You've been doing more than your fair share in terms of your role, maybe other people's work as well. Maybe even taken advantage of or being over-delegated to, working long hours, putting a lot of time and energy into it. But again, not getting back what you've been doing. So this is about the end, letting it go, letting the burden go, letting the heaviness of that go, and embracing it looks like the new. The Two of Cups for me as a reader, it could be you're coming to some kind of agreement. If it means moving or relocating as well, it could affect a relationship. It could also be a friend is supporting you or advising you as well with the Two of Cups. This can also be very good in terms of new partnerships, new business partnerships even. But it can also be to do with offers and invitations. And it's likely to do with whatever this Ace of Cups is for you in business terms. Something that's absolutely connected to your heart. Likely something that you intuitively really want. This is the energy here that I'm seeing for you here, Scorpio. I think that this is kind of like setting things in motion here. There is that stuck energy. And just the main thing that I can advise with the Eight of Swords is we need to find out why we're stuck. We need to get the information. We need to see the truth. There's things to be learned here. And when you do that, and then there is such intuitive energy coming in, but when we really get that understanding in terms of why we're stuck, and we analyze that and rationalize that and see the truth of that and take that blindfold off, we understand what we need to do. And sometimes the Eight of Swords can be our own fears keeping us stuck of the unknown. Sometimes it can be, feeling, stuck because the current situation is at least familiar and you're not ready to step into the unknown. For others of you, it can just be about waiting for something to come in. And again, we can see ourselves in that process. Oh, it's not going to happen. When I had that conversation, I said this and I said that and I should have said this. We second guess ourselves. But it feels like that new beginning is opening up for you April to May time. We've got new coming in. We've got endings, we've got beginnings, completions and beginnings as well. Whether it's completions of an old energy or completions of a cycle. The same message applies here, but it feels like really by June time in particular, you're absolutely heading in the right direction, and that's what I'm feeling here. Now, other energies to pull out here, Scorpio. I want to go to this. The Seven of Wands, out of love, you might be defending and protecting somebody else. This might well be something happens here in May time, and it might require you to stand up and defend somebody else, somebody who likely matters to you. So you could be, being strong for somebody else, being someone's rock. And generally with the Seven of Wands, we step in and we take charge and we stand up for somebody, generally because the other person, needs that support in some life areas. So this can be about absolutely standing your ground, facing an issue and defending and protecting somebody. So this can be a very powerful energy on that basis here, Scorpio. Yeah. I also want to say with the Eight of Swords in April time, just be careful. Like I've already mentioned, the mental energy with the Swords energy. The Swords are all about the mind, the mental perspective, our thoughts. This can be when our thoughts can keep us stuck. But there can also be a scenario here, Scorpio, and just watch out for it if you're trying to be all things to all people or trying to do too many things at once. The likelihood is if an approach isn't focused for you, if there's something that you really kind of want to manifest or make happen, but if an approach isn't focused for you, this can sometimes be where we don't really go anywhere. We don't really get anywhere because we've got too many plates spinning. And we get distracted. We kind of start something and then we do something else, then we do something else. And this can sometimes be when we're stuck because we're not getting anywhere, because there needs to be a more focused approach in terms of what you need to do. So just bear that in mind. Prioritize. The Six of Swords and the Empress energy in particular. The Empress can actually be linked with a mother figure, or the birth of something new. Now, the Empress can be very good in terms of new love or renewed love, healing energies, very healthy energy as well. So the Six of Swords can actually be to do with healing and health areas too, mental, physical. The same message applies. There may well be some kind of process that you're going through, or maybe you're defending somebody else or supporting somebody else through some kind of healing and recovery. This is where I think that what you're doing in May time, you're feeling that you're turning a corner and the worst is behind you come June time. So this is a lovely energy because there is that feeling here of the worst is behind you. You get to release from a weight or a burden, and again, it could be to do with supporting somebody through a difficult time here. This could be that kind of energy here. So that's the additional messages that I want to pull out for you. Yeah, I'm just checking in if there's anything else. The Empress is also very positive. Empress, Ace of Cups, even Ace of Wands. If pregnancy was, this can be very good in terms of pregnancy, fertility. So it might well be here, Scorpio, that, again, the Six of Swords, the worst is behind you and you feel that you're moving in the right direction. It could even be in terms of pregnancy. Healing with a mother, health issue, yourself or with somebody else. Feeling that you're absolutely heading towards that new healthy beginning. This can be that very powerful energy here. Yeah, so that's what I'm seeing for you. Might also be, in June time, a boat trip. You might be travelling by sea. So this can be about travel too. So those are the messages. I don't always say that here, but, I'm feeling I need to. Okay, what do we have for Scorpio as an energy message? What do we have for Scorpio? We have number 12, change. Yeah, something has to change here. I see that here. There are new beginnings here all over the place. We have the frequency of change supports our ability to gracefully dance with the forever changing nature of reality, both inward and outward, so that we can appreciate the sweet release of the old and the birth of the new. I'm going to pull you a fortune cookie. Let's see what we have for Scorpio. Thank you, angel spirits, guides. Next 3 months for Scorpio. Yeah, oh my goodness. Major life change. The time is right for major life changes, as a new lifestyle or location brings great joy and a trouble-free existence. Well, that's lovely. So many messages to do with change. I'm going to pull you a destiny card. This is the Sacred Destiny Oracle deck. What do we have for Scorpio? Thank you. Message for Scorpio. Message for Scorpio. I like it. This is the Koi Carp. Now, the Koi Carp, this is inner peace. The Koi Carp is also associated with abundance, new abundance. So again, Empress energy could be that sense of new abundance coming your way as well, but we will get the inner peace message. So the picture shows the lily pond. Inner peace is your birthright. Tranquility occurs when you realize that your life is unfolding according to divine planning. Serenity isn't something you have to work for or search for. It already exists within you. To find this inner peace, simplify your life, spend time in nature, and listen to the message of your soul. True peace transcends fear and connects you intimately to the Creator. Breathe deeply and fully, knowing that all is well. Self-love first and foremost with the Ace of Cups as well. What do we have for Scorpio? Thank you. Oh, lovely. We've got a father's love. A father's love for his son or daughter never dies. The strength gained from such love is often unquantifiable, in that it can be tapped into at any time for whatever reason, whether your father is still here or has passed. A father's love is one of the strongest bonds any of us will ever experience. All right, Scorpio, final message for you. I'm going to pull you an affirmation for the next 3 months. What do we have for Scorpio? Thank you, angel spirits, guides. Message for that flew out. I don't compare myself to others because I am not meant to be a copy of anyone else. I was born to be me, an original, one of a kind. I am happy to be me. Scorpio, that's your reading for the next 3 months. I hope you enjoyed your reading. If you did, please do like, share and subscribe. I wish you a wonderful April to June, and I will see you next time.